Yo, good morning. What's up? I'm a little bit in a rush this morning, but I need to get it out. Because it's urgent. Alright, so this is a video response to DBJ. And about RaW, about rule as written. And I wanna, there's a couple of really good video responses out there. I want to give a shout out to Philip Posey's response. Posey addressed the problem in a really traditional way, like Kant did, in Ich Aufklärung, which is really, it's the whole idea that rule as written, house ruling doesn't give you more freedom than following the rules, because you basically just create your own rules so you don't escape it. And the whole idea is freedom is being able to force you to follow the rule you decided to follow. So by deciding to go RaW, you actually, seek for more freedom than just creating your stuff because you're afraid of following the rule, kind of thing, So yeah, that was really good. But yeah, so the problem with DBJ's video. So I want to give a shout out to DBJ as well, because he's been busy. He's been, like putting some content every day, 20 minutes video every day, and I mostly disagree with him all the time. That's great. That's the good stuff, I listened to the whole video. It's full of good stuff, but it's all the stuff that I don't agree with. We don't have the same views at all. But so I decided to chime in on this one because it was too much. So RaW. The problem with DBJ's approach is for me is simple with RaW, is that he's making a contradiction first, and he's also making like a bad analogy. First, I think he confounds rule as written, RaW, with rule lying. For him, people that are RaW are rule liars. That's what I understood. I don't want to generalize what he said, but that's how I got it. It's like because he makes this whole argument about creativity, like we are creative people, so we should be able to create our own house rules. For me, that's the biggest contradiction there is, because that's why I kind of go along with Posey on this, because look at this. Most of the time, when people create their house rules, it's because they want to water down the game, because the rules are too complex, they're too crunchy, they don't get it, they don't understand it. So for me, that's not creativity, that's laziness. So that's first thing. And the other thing concerning the same argument is that, come on, man, it's like another reason why people house rules is because they don't want to have to learn a new experience, a new system. So what they want to do is create the comfort zone that they used to have with something else. So what they do is that they bring their house rules into the new game they want to play, in order to make it look and feel like the old one, the good old one, the good old comfort one. So it's not creative at all. It's the opposite. It's being super lazy. Like, I don't want to change my habit. I don't see creativity at all in that. So that's the big thing. I mean, and concerning the rule lying, the reason why I like to go RaW And I don't go raw all the time. I have nothing against house rules. I've been doing house rules myself. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. The thing is that when you decide to go raw, it's not because you want to rule law people. It's not because you want to be the lawyer of the rules, the book of rules, like. And you call it, and another thing you talk about the myth of raw. It's not a myth. It's an approach to gaming. It's not a myth. The approach is, I want to have the experience by design. I want to know what it feels to play D&D 5 for real. You know, I want to know what it is to play Call of Cthulhu for real. It's all about that. It's all about, I want to feel what these designers had in mind. It's like it's an aesthetic thing. For me, it's an aesthetic thing. You know, it's like, okay, so these guys has this idea in mind. They create that setting, and they created that set of rules to give you a feel, an aesthetic feel, a sensation. You know, it's really like a sensation. How do you want to get that if you house rule the whole thing, water it down or whatever? Because it's possible to have house rules to make stuff more complicated. But it's really rare. Most of the time, that's not the reason why people house rule. The reason why people house rule in the first place is mostly to make it like more fluid, and, you know, easier and less crunchy or whatever. So anyway, I think you get the point. For me, you know, Rule Slinger said, you know, rule lawyers. It's an attitude problem. It's a people problem. It's not a rule problem. Rule lawyers is just, you know, it's just people antagonizing each other, you know. RaW is that approach where I've been playing this game for like a year. I know it by heart. I house ruled the whole thing, and me and the group I'm in, we're really comfortable playing it that way. Now we want to learn this new game, and we want to have a different experience, which is hard. It's not easy because you need to learn a lot of stuff, and you need to put yourself out of your comfort zone and all that. So what you have to do is you have to go raw, to go cold turkey, to be able to feel the difference between the two. Because to have a different experience, to play something different, you need to confront that difference. And the only way to do so is to go raw. You know what I'm saying? And otherwise you're gonna go into your habit pattern, and you're gonna do the same thing as you used to do, and you're gonna create that experience that feels like home. So it's for that kind of people, RaW. But anyway, it was a great video, DBJ. Thank you very much. And that's what I had to say about RaW. I love RaW. Runeslinger explained it to me a couple years ago in videos, and I opened my mind about it. You know, because of course, you know, house ruling can be great. You know, in your if you've been going RaW for a while, and you see that these guys did bad design decisions and stuff, and it just doesn't make sense for you for this place and that place. Now you know, you change it. But changing rules before trying them out is weird. It's really weird. Anyway, thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.